So I remember seeing posts and different things, different ways that other women would express their beauty, their power, step into their power and their confidence, their sensuality, and I remember feeling really uncomfortable about it, and I remember feeling really resentful and resistant to them because I wasn't in my power and I didn't think that I had access to that. And I also was buying into the scarcity thing, right? Of like, if they have beauty, if they have power, then that takes away from mine. And that was definitely like an old paradigm that I'm working on. And it still comes up sometimes where I'll see a woman in her confidence and her beauty and her power and her sensuality and sexuality, and I'll feel like slighted. I'll feel like something is being taken away from me, and I have to check that. I really have to check that belief and that notion, because this is why there was so much hate among women, is because we've bought into this thing. Well, if another woman is beautiful, then that takes away from our own beauty. But actually, in recognizing beauty and acknowledging and celebrating beauty around us actually creates more beauty and helps us to cultivate more beauty within ourselves. And also, like, the only way we are going to be able to recognize beauty outside of us is to really be in that juicy place inside of ourselves, knowing that we have so much, that we do have power, that we do have beauty, and everybody's looks differently, right? But we've been so conditioned with these standards that like it's so hard for us to see it inside of ourselves, because we're constantly like, holding it up against those standards and being like, nope, never will be there, still not there, never enough, won't be there. And it's like this deep, deep conditioning. And because of that, we hate on other women because of this conditioning. We hate on other women. It's like the intellectual part of us is like, oh yeah, I should be happy for her, she's doing her thing. But then there's that inner thing that's like, oh, fuck her, like, fuck her, And so we really have to check that hate inside of ourselves. We really have to check it, because what it is, when we hate on other people, what it is self-hatred. And we really have to check that. And we really have to heal those wounds so that we can actually like be in our power and in our beauty. But we have to go back. We have to heal those wounds. We have to heal, even if we are like, by beauty standards, beautiful and pretty, we still have to heal those wounds, because we've gotten so, because that person has gotten so used to the validation and getting their self-worth from some bullshit standard. And so they don't feel like they have self-worth outside of that, meeting up that standard. So we're all kind of like in the same pain of it. There's pain of it. And we really have to go in there and check our own self-hate, which comes from fear, which comes from old wounding and hurt. And then when we check that, and when we really hold space for that and work through that, then we can come out and connect. We can come out and connect from a place where we know our worth. We know our worth is so much bigger than some bullshit standard. And beauty is vast. Beauty is in everything, in everybody. And so with that, we get to decide, like, am I going to stay conditioned? Am I going to stay in this? Or am I going to step out? Am I going to go in? Am I going to step out in courage and take that journey and really face off with that self-hatred so that I can connect with my sisters, so that I can connect with myself, so that we can get up and out of this ridiculous, misogynistic, fucked up, patriarchal bullshit and come into a juicy place where we empower each other. But it's going to take time, and it's going to take healing, and that healing is not easy, but it's possible. And I invite you all to join me in doing that, because it's so worth it. Love you.